God, we did some work last night, didn't we? Well, shit. All right. Fame sped him. Amazing. Amazing. Hmm. Okay. What were our goals? Biocarbonal. Find Barb famed. Yep. Get better brothers. Taxidermist. We're just so far away from civilization. Also need food, I believe. Yeah. About a day and a half of food left. Oh, you're a citadel. Yes. You a taxidermist? Need wolves as well. Ideally, we'd get one more unhold bone before leaving this area. Yeah. Okay. $22.60. Quite a ways away from another one. Just had hired the bounty hunter. Hey, Elhar. Scout, lookout, bounty hunter, photographer. Could actually pay recruiter right now. What is this? It's been an interesting game, Elhar. I really think that. I think this has been a really good seed for us. It's been challenging and fun and different, and finding this huge wilds up here brought this from kind of a, I don't know how this was going to be, to a really cool one, I think. Hmm. It's funny how much they miss the idea of the quartermaster, right? Two of those three abilities don't matter. And it feels like if they kind of thought about this a little bit longer, quartermaster is very expensive. They think he's really powerful. And carrying 100 tools is good. But it's not 6,000 gold cost a retinue slot good. Not really. I mean, imagine this were 100 tools and like 50 cart spots or something. Then that would be really good. Really, really good. This is just kind of shit right now. Okay. So we have some small desire to get the cook going, I think. Cook and the surgeon would be nice. I wanted the minstrel. We're just not there. Tavern runers, interesting. Are useful, rather. Great. I'm annoyed that we can't find this barb armor. Infinity card slots. Oh, it's just, what is the quartermaster supposed to do? It's supposed to let you go out further and longer, and tools are a limiting factor for that. Tools and inventory space are limiting factors for that. But you know what isn't a limiting factor for that? Total ammunition and medical supplies. Medical supplies are almost never a limiting factor in terms of, it might be if like in terms of money, or they might be in terms of just convenience, but they're not. You can stock up more than enough medical supplies. I think we're going to this citadel. I don't really want to, but I need to go south. I need to hit a taxidermist. We gotta get food. I'm not even sure I can get there in 2 days. That's nothing to do about needing them. I use them all the time. It's just a matter of the amount that you consume is much, much slower than the rate at which you consume tools, right? I know the game Iron Oath. Nope. And will we unpause? Okay. I guess we're going this way. I hate leaving the north right now. Ooh. Sunken City. An ocean's worth of ancient honor guards. No priest, though. And a named champion. I mean, that's a find. Now, granted, our team is not exactly ideally set up to fight this, but the rate of dropping famed items changes based on your distance from towns. This map has really far distance from towns, so really high chance of famed, which is pretty sweet. No food here. On the way. There, we got 2 perks sitting on Toasted Zergling. Like Battle Brothers, even uglier. Incredible. Do I really not have a better reach weapon? What am I debating on here? I'm debating on Killing Frenzy versus what? Ronnie. I mean, this is 63 stam. Hey, Black Temple. Glad to hear. Hey, the worst gamer in A.
A generous bestowal.
Donated that so early. Thank you, Joniel. Oh, thanks, man. I am doing just fine. Struggling to figure out what work-life balance looks like with just, it screws my routine up so much to travel to access my computer. It's just so stupid. But thank you. Thanks for the donation. Yeah. Hey, Mustache Melvin. Hey. Hello, Zik Reader. Zeke Reader. Time to bring the inside man to the front line. I think it probably is. We need to damage this fight quite badly. Weighs 26 and 17. My other fancy hat. Where's my other fancy? There it is. Rise of size Battleforge as well? He is. Not really enough stam, is it? I feel like we fucked up the Lion's spec pretty hard. Do we have a two-handed axe? Kind of. No axe spec though. Where's our reach axe going? Strange discussion going on from you, Worst Gamer. Figured it was something like that. We have some 230 there too, don't we? What is this? Yeah, we should definitely go to that. Drop some more fucking heavy plating on it too. Okay, Raizu side, the Bling Lord. Okay. Your phones randomly freak out on you? Kinda weird. Kinda weird. 417. Yep. Oh. Banner Thief at 68. Archer is useless in this fight. As an archer. Useless as a thrower with these too. Pikes aren't very good here, but... This is not good enough to bring in. I don't think 40 melee attack does anything here. No, piercing penetration sucks. I'm unsure about what I should be bringing here. Do I want to bring the duelist axe for killing skellies? Probably. Yeah, it's pretty dumb, isn't it, Bosom Frog? It's pretty dumb as a whole. Explain why I don't like unit. What is a unit? Oh, initiative. Is it great on dodge, nimble, duelists? Is it though? If you looked at it, because it says that you gain 15% of your initiative score as melee defense and range defense. Range defense is pretty low value, and it's 2 perks to reliably use dodge. And you're never gonna level initiative because 15% of 5 is still basically worse than 1 from a min roll melee defense. So where is it better? If you could have infinite perk points, would I take it? Sure. I mean, it's been pretty good over here on a character that just doesn't do anything. It's been fine there. Wondering if I should yeah, I wasn't trolling your autocorrectors to know what you meant. But I don't know if I believe it's better. Is why I don't like it. Because I don't believe it's better. Probably hard to imagine that, but Bear is at full HP for this. Using any of the 155s. Found initiative. You found dodge amazing on Viper. I haven't found a build that works for me yet with dodge. I don't like its decreases in utility over time. I mean, that's okay. You try to rush through fights in this game so you're not dealing with shit long term, but it's still not entirely convinced. This is probably as strong as I can make us without like just randomly patching one of these things. I don't know if we can handle this fight or not. It's kind of on the border. Don't have great reach weapons for this. I don't know if this should be one of these instead. Or both of these. I do like that the flail ignores shield in this fight. It's a really useful ability. There's going to be a lot of shield wall in this fight. Just wish I could figure out what to do with this axe. It seems like a decently rolled one-handed axe. It just doesn't seem good. Yeah, exactly. When you level a dodge duelist, you always level melee defense and attack. Put the rest in HP or fatigue. And probably not initiative because it's almost always a dead stat. Well then, okay, so what does dodge give us? I think the comparison for me almost always comes down to dodge versus gifted, right? And gifted tends to be just better. And then you're like, well, you could get both. You can get both. But then you're starting to talk serious opportunity cost. And dodge is not, and unlike gifted, where dodge is basically, unlike gifted, dodge is really a 2-point setup more than a 1-point setup. We just brawny this guy. No killing frenzy. How much stam am I gonna get back from this? 25%, right? 30. This is 34. What's 30% of 34? 11 and a bit? Probably about 11. 11 stam worth a talent point. I mean, how is this guy not have enough fucking stamina? He's a god among men. How does his stats too low right now? Makes a rug muncher for the sub. We're running this shit. Yeah. There's stam soft cap. No, not really. Armor gets heavier though, you need more stam, and not just because the armor is heavier, because what you're actually dealing with is your number of rounds before you run out. I don't know what the deal is, WoW, but good morning, by the way. I mean, like, look at this guy. I can't pull off enough stuff to make it worthwhile here, I guess. Oh. I'm early? I am. Alright, you guys ready to try it? Yeah. Cool. 16 Ancient Honor Guard and a Famed Honor Guard. Ooh, it's some shit terrain for us. Dude, it's a hard wall behind us. Come on. Oh, with some choke points. Choke points are actually pretty good versus Ancient Honor Guard. A lot of damage. I think I'm going for it. Start. We can solo this guy. Cleavers kind of fuck up dual this type of build generally. We get rotated out. I don't know. Random headshot to screw the day up. Nice. If I go there, they can get there. It's probably okay. I think I prefer here. Got a spear on this one. I don't know. That might be fine, that location. Did not do a lot of damage. I thought Rises really does want to be in here. I'm just not sure what I'm doing with the other guy. Dude, so many misses. 92 miss, 77 miss, 93 miss. Better to take 2 attacks here, I guess. Good. Like to get a second to away, I think. Question is where? I move into this? I have to? Alright, what are we doing with this guy? Can't really go over there. 25 is not very good. I think we're waiting. Gonna get cleaved a lot standing here. That's gonna die. Can we take a hit? This is triple P. Triple P is Colossus student only. 95 HP, 140. Take a hit. I don't know if we can take more than one hit though. Every hit doesn't quite kill them. Awkward. Oh. Alright, so we've got a big damage dealer right here. They might kill Biocarbonal if I stay here, but they might not. It was a headshot. It's kind of unlucky. Gonna need help up there. Actually, kind of awkward this location too, huh? Nobu dying. Oh, come on. Every hit fucking leaves him at 3, man. Kind of annoying. I like the bear. The bear is a really interesting character build. Glorious Endurance changes the way you play a game. It's not an armored tank anymore, it's an HP tank for the first time. Like, Nimble is still HP-like, but it is not that. Oh, it would have been so good if you fucking hit that, man. No? Metal Forge is always better. So you get punctured. I don't think it's always better at all. Alright, what are we doing with Toasted Zergling? Armor's a bit chewed up. It's not really armor tanked. I moved him here so Nobu could rotate out, but I don't think she'll ever have the mana stam to do it. Oh, you didn't kill it! Why would you not kill it? Oh no! Come on. Oh, didn't need to walk away from that. Oh, come on. Come the fuck on, game. Sucks. Sucks a lot, man. We remember when we moved the Viper up here? Because we're like, we can handle this down here. Yeah. That was my honest belief. Instead, we've decided to leave this guy at 6 HP for 4 rounds. Dude, I wonder if I screwed it up. There was a turn where I swung the 2-handed flail, and I could have swung the 3-tailed flail twice. And it probably would have killed. And I'm minus 30% HP on the bear. No famed. 70% famed fail, by the way. Screw you, game. What is this thing? This thing shit? Looks like shit. 60 to 80, 35, 120. Isn't that identical to what I have? What a disappointing fight. I'm gonna water him right now, Triple P. It sucks to have to do it on fucking nothing. But we took a fight that was on the board of what we could handle. Rolled a little bit poorly. Might have fucked up moving the Viper away. Maybe, maybe not. Might have fucked up missing that honor guard. I didn't look at the hit percentage off the single attack. I can't switch weapons again, but I'm not sure if I had it out or not. We're still trying to experiment with the bear too to see what actual attack builds work on him. I like his HP tanking style. It's very cool. Then I got double cleavered into drop 2 morale levels into killed by a pike. It's pretty unfortunate. I mean, what's the magic water worth? Quite a bit more than what we just picked up out of this camp, right? Because I need kite shields. Need that hat. Also, to have the bear wear the Izrak hat and 0 weight chest armor. That's interesting. Maybe. Poor old bear. Have some holy water. Heal. Here's what we'd really like to see happen is where does the Izrak armor weigh? Really interesting question. 20. Hakeem leveled. Inside man leveled. These rolls here, both of them. So what's the highest armor, highest body armor, 0 weight? Necro is 60 for 0. If I bone plate a Necro, maybe. I don't even know if bone plate works for him. Does he want bone plating? 30, 40, 60, chat says. Okay. Talk, chat. I want the Goblin Ambition. I'm probably waiting. I should compare that to this cleaver. 60 to 80, 60 to 80, 35, 110, 35, 120. Maximum fatigue minus 18, maximum fatigue minus 11. But 3 less per attack. 2 less per attack. Yeah, they're both pretty bad. Turns out. Pretty bad. Well, I don't know about that then, because the thing about the bear is he needs time to ramp up. He wants to take light damage a couple times, which means he wants armor. Imagine we didn't have fucking Headhunter and we had something like, I don't know, Resilient or possibly Gilbro. I don't know. I'm not satisfied with these builds, which means we need some spreadsheet time at some point. I don't want to do it right now, but I do want to spend... Like, maybe we can think about some respec potions right now. To clear all these camps, I'm just going to decide if my armor is intact enough for it. Okay. -1 is pretty decent, it sounds like. So I don't mind that camp. 17% is okay, 30% clearly is better. Do we detour for that? Probably do. Has food in it. Okay. Good morning, more. 7? I guess that's legal. So I need to have a reach axe in here. I don't have quick hands yet. It's coming soon, I guess. Weavers are such a fucking problem for Nimble. It's not a problem that's solved by Resilient either, not really. Don't want to hit head here. We can see. Let's say I shoot for that headshot. Oh, alright, it's a three-headed flail. It doesn't even work. Fucking cute. God damn it. Look at that damage. 0 body damage. But fearsome. But fearsome. Yeah, it doesn't. Even at half head armor, I'm not getting any penetration on that. So that's exciting. This these set of builds seem particularly weak versus Orc Warriors. It's not good. Orc Warriors are late game content, and we don't want our late game brothers being weak versus late game content. Amazing. one late game bro in this. Yep, we're a little short on late game, brothers. Not wrong. Not wrong at all. Can I show famed Crypt Cleaver? Normally I would say no, absolutely fucking not, because I have an entire command where people take screenshots of that, and you can check there. But in this one scenario, I doubt that screenshot has been updated yet. So I guess it's pretty trash. I want to go there.
A generous bestowal.
Thanks, Mora. Cheers, man. Quite a few berserkers down this side. Where's my orc trophy? On toasted zergling, that's a waste. Alright, we have Headhunter. Yep. Not terrible. Should have hit him once first. Alright. One man splitter, some food. One tool. Hoping for more than one tool, I'll be honest. Do I need these scrub horns? How many other scrub pieces do I have? 2 horns, 1 tooth. Actually, kind of do need them. Ah, fucking such. I don't know, shit. I don't. Okay. Down to 15 tools. Level ups on Razusai. And Madagon. And nobody else. Okay. We might be done with this thing. Any weapons I want to change? Some spears in the back. I think we're okay. Alright. Bummer about the bear taking that wound like that. What's that sword build? All my builds are fucked up this playthrough. It is a sword duelist that has a wasted perk point right now. So it's not anything to be excited about, I promise you. Although I wish it were. It's a fame sword, so that's the bulk of the reasoning to use it. Horse meat is tasty. Alright, incoming shit brigade here. Oh no, they've surrounded Nobu. Whatever will we do? Oops, stacked the wrong one there. Yes. No melee defense. Would like to bring him in, but be able to kill. 91 miss, easy game. Second 91 miss in 2 turns. Awesome. Biocarbonal is an archer, supposedly. Exciting. Oh no, but still a kill. Awkward. Didn't realize it was so low. Sword's actually kind of kicking ass right now. No famed. No famed. $100. Supposedly. Yeah, we painted the kite shield. You all know that I love Nobu deep inside. Must be buried very deep. Yep. Alright. What else? We're getting... Oh shit. You know what I should have done? I should just up the fucking inventory size, chat. You know how much money we're wasting here? Can I can't do that from the screen probably, right? Alright, next fight, we're up in the inventory size. Out of tools. Should have done that with 15k though. There before nightfall, please. Thank you. Alright, what do we have here? We have a bastard, a retired soldier. Full HP, bright, triple initiative, double melee skill. I think we can do with that. I don't think so, right? Any sort of the initiative builds require some sort of stam, which this guy will never have. I don't think you can build a fencer spec or a dagger spec without stam. Hence the comment I made moments before. These guys have almost no stam, this background. Too bad, there's a lot of stars. I mean, these stars are not good. Very likely he will roll a 10 for melee defense. Quite possible. Why is higher an option? I don't get reserves as gladiator, right? I'm 11 to 12, that's why. Alright, what are they buying at? $15.3. Feels fucking bad. Pool's at 228 though. There's no way I can hire that guy, right? If I click hire, it's going to give me some sort of like error. King contracts. Pretty high chance of famed on those. I need to go south first is the issue. Alright, we need to recruit. We need to stock up on tools. We need to decide what we're going to do with our income right now. We need to sell at a better location too. This is just not a good location for selling. What's the price of food here? Okay. Yeah, I'm happy to do this mission. I mean, I could take the mission and go south and then come back. We're going to come back north. We have a number of famed items remaining. It's just we really need to do some recruitment, right? We're in a really nice stage of the game. We have a functioning team, although because we're gladiators, we have no backups. We have a functioning team, but it's not really late game material, our team, right? We don't have a very good archer. We don't have a very good our midline stuff is only okay, right? So it's like we need to improve this, which means we need higher background rolls. Problem with buying more cargo space right now is if I had done it prior to those camps, I would have made more money off of it. Now I'm about to go recruit backgrounds and I need money to do that. And we're going to travel, and travel is expensive. So it's pretty doubtful we can spend money on that right now. Citadels are really awkwardly placed relative to the north too. This whole map is awkward as fuck. It's just cool. There's some crazy stuff out there. Like that's a recruitment location. That's a recruitment location. That's a not that one. Where's the? There's a hunter's cabin around here somewhere. That's a recruitment location. And all three southern cities are recruitment locations. Goodbye recruiter right now. I don't really have someone I want to get rid of out of the retinue right now. Maybe the lookout. I'm still getting value out of cartographer, surprisingly, because this map is so crazy. Could harbor there. I will be harboring. I don't know how that works either. Wow, does it have to tick? Like, is it before I enter the city? Or is it like after some level it goes, oh, the player has this retinue. When does it trigger? Plus, it's such a shit retinue the rest of the time. I don't know, man. 50% off tryouts is okay. I mean, but we're at 15k. We're paying 800 or 770 crowns a day, so it's about $1,000 a day to move around. Do we pay a quarter of our funding right now? I mean, we'll get some back when we sell, probably quite a lot. I'll tell you what, chat. I'll take your word on it. I'll say that retinue is better than lookout right now. No, not better than bounty hunter. Restart mission. Get there by nightfall. If we can get there by nightfall, this becomes worth. Dude, the good thing we rolled 4 more backgrounds. I mean, there's six guys here. There's 5 guys here. 6 guys here. 3 shepherds, a miner, a farmhand, and a fucking daytailor. What are they buying at? Shit again. Okay. Go south. Fight some arena fights while we're there. Backgrounds here. I need Alps for any reason. Kind of a boring fight. No rated tag, bummer. Buying at 17.2, is that good enough? Probably. Wow, chat, this recruiter pays off in spades. Look at these options. Pretty sweet, man. I don't want to play in the south right now either. Pretty good. Good enough. I want the whip. The 765 whip. I can't hire him because I have too many people. So who really missed the mark? Nobu is definitely temporary. She's been doing great, man. She's been doing exactly what she's supposed to be doing. Holding the fucking line. Alright, our banner is probably our weakest link right now, right? Our other banner is basically already better than him. Not quite there on the resolve yet. You're watching the VOD and you said I couldn't put my hand there. There's a motion sensor in the room. If I do that, it lights up. I think Madagon is probably our most likely to want to be dismissed right here. The question is, chat, what do we do about the roster when we dismiss people for being bad? What do we do about that? Yes, could you build them and eat them? An idea. Only going to be dismissing, but I meant, do we, on the roster that we maintain outside a game, do we give them tickets back? Well, one ticket stuff grows, right? Every time you roll a brother, it grows. Oh, we should do the arena while we're here. Good fucking call. What is the arena, by the way? Serpents. 6 of them. Jeez. 6 serpents? Alright, we're 1 away on inside man. What did Rises High end up with? 1 more. Sold. Not a very good build for fighting serpents. Love our banner to start. I just don't know that he's able to right now. 6 serpents is a lot with no defensive stuff. Beaver's alright versus serpents. Bear is hilarious for tanking everything, but who should be able to do it, just run away. I think. Would be really nice to start on that. It's possible that's true. Also possible that's bait. I'm falling right for it. Did axe and round swing. We might be able to get one round swing off, yeah. No shield on Raizusai. These guys both have underdog. Yes, kind of wanted a shield here. Axe is kind of bad in this fight too. Actually, don't think this was a very good setup, chat. Yeah, I'm supposed to be a shield in his inventory for when he gets pulled by snakes. Easy miss. Surrounded by 5 snakes. Didn't kill one. Feels bad. Bad news. Another miss. Another miss. That's the 4th 89 he's missed. Oh, got one. Nice work. Alright, I think that was +5 on Raizusai. This 12th arena fight, right? Yeah. Yes. The sword rolled a lot more damage. Okay, but we're dismissing Madagon, right? We paying him 380. Not that much. True. Is he pouting right now? He can pay us 380. It's a good idea. It's a big morale hit. I don't remember. It's been so long since I've had a guy that I just didn't kill off the orcs when I was ready to have them done. Sure. Yeah. Alright, Madagon, goodbye. Rip. Your value was helpful early. So Nobu is there. We don't know what we're doing with Toasted Zergling yet. Got some other kind of medium rolls. Triple P is kind of like that too. Biocarbonal is a shit archer, but he's our best archer right now. Level 10. He started with like 57 or something too. It's so sad, his growth on that. He's min rolled every single level. His min roll is 3. He can only roll a 3 or 4 there, and he's rolled 3 every round level except 1. Alright, so we're probably recruiting this Manhunter. Have a look. Pick up a whip out of it. Alright, the Manhunter, 62 growth. So this ends up 32, which is okay. This ends up 90, which is good. Athletics and excellent ability. 56, 96, 43. I think he's fine. Yeah. Alright. Let's see who this is. What am I doing to Madagon? Am I letting him back in? Madagon has been like a permanent fixture of this, of like the last 3 campaigns. Like somehow every time like there's a roster wipe, he survives. Kind of amusing. Oh, not nuke the team. Wrong button. Wrong button. On brother. Madagon. Wait, how come I can't add one here? Alright. There we go. Alright, let's see who the Manhunter is. Lumbaloa. Okay. Yeah, yep. Athletic with the Pathfinder build is fairly interesting, for sure. I like athletic as a trait. Hell swords and gladiators. We care. I don't care about their weapons. Kind of want some backgrounds with some stamina. We need an archer still. Butcher is another headshot damage, right? It's another brute. Athletic can build 0 stamina without Pathfinder. No. Yeah, unfortunately. It's -2 per move instead of halved, so snow is 6. Or snow becomes... It's not enough. Either way, I've forgotten about it. I thought about... Yes, wow, I've seen you made that comment a couple times, but I'm not ignoring it because I haven't seen it. I'm ignoring it because it doesn't really make sense where we're going. We're not likely to come back to those locations anytime soon. The Hedge Knight locations, there's no northern citadels. We're not super good on those anyways. I don't know the answer. Cheap gladiator? Is it? 3,200 cheap. Thing says, what has been the best fame weapon that you've ever had in a run? Sword Lance was great. You can't get an Orc 2-hander famed. We also had a very, very sweet mace one run, I think. Like, I think a sweet one-hander and a sweet two-hander mace at one point. I don't know. Had a lot of really good ones. Anything that damage rolls and pen rolls is generally good. Alright, I mean, we took the fucking we took out Retinue Dude for half tryout cost, so let's try him out. Iron Jawed, Gluttonous, Triple Fatigue, Melee Defense. Seems like a miss. Another miss. Alright, are we selling here? Probably would like some inventory space. Gonna take another arena here too, probably. The widest selection of undead hats in the land. Yes. I'm considering cheat respecking right now. I don't know what you guys think about that, so I'll put it out there. This bear build really hasn't worked. And respecking in this game is insane. We need this many. I'm considering just fucking getting rid of, like, trading the save file to, like, YO and then getting it back again. What are these weapons? The War Scythe is a cleaver, right? Yeah. Oh, polearm. I think we're selling that. I think I want this in my inventory anymore. I'm seriously considering selling both of these cleavers too. Like the ice cleaver is shit, right? Yeah, I guess if we get enough spreadsheet requests, we could do that now. I got 2 of 3 right now, right? For some builds. We could talk builds this morning if you guys are interested in that. I wasn't planning on doing it quite yet, but we could. All right, we're 3 of 3 for spreadsheet redemptions. Thanks, guys. Spreadsheet time. Okay, let me finish selling this shit, and then we will take a moment and take a look at the we will evaluate our builds on what we're looking at right now and what we want to do, change them, and then consider whether or not we are gonna trade a save file around and just respec them on the fly. It would be nice to see them. The biggest issue with with builds in this game are if you build them kind of customizable, if you build them on the fly, like as you get gear, it's good momentarily and sucks all the rest of the game. If you go into it with a set build going into it, you can't react very well to the stuff that shows up. And then finally, anytime you do any experimental stuff, how are you going to find experimental stuff, experimental builds if you can't, if you in your run you can't do it, right? You try it and it goes, oh, this fucking stuff sucks. So what am I gonna do about it? If you can't respec, it's just, I don't understand why it's so expensive in this game to respec. How many pikes do we have equipped right now? 3, it's more than enough. Might be too many. I won't get the 1 axe though. But 2 of the pole maces. I kind of need to buy a real mace too. I wonder if this town sells real maces. No, sells shit. I also need to stock up on smoke pots. And I need, oh, there's a weaponsmith. Nothing in it though. Look. We bought the guy with the whip for 750. The whip itself, 720. Mm-hmm. All right, so we're getting rid of. I guess we're gonna be level. I guess we can hold on to a couple of these. 2, I guess. All right, we're getting rid of that fucking spedum too. This thing makes me angry. I look at it and I'm angry. Like, base roll spedum. Awesome. Okay. What else? 2-man splitters might be aggressive. I think for now we can just go to 1. I'm not sure about the 105s. I've been doing it because of nimble math, but these are good. This has been fine. That was actually useful. The 140's been fine. Need a couple orc shields. I am so tired of this flail. This flail goes home. I think that flail does too. I don't think it's back here. I think I'm gonna mandate that he keeps a flail because I think I don't want to change the game. I don't want to be like early game he uses a flail and late game he doesn't use a flail. He uses something way better. I think that would be cheaty. But I do feel like, hey, we tested out a build and the build sucks. Let's change the build up. And if the build's still using flail, kind of feels okay to me. Feels less cheaty, anyways. So we're probably gonna do that. Do I want this greatsword that's been hanging out in my inventory for 1,000 years? I don't think so. For some reason I would want this weapon. I just didn't love myself as a human being. If I thought to myself, what would be the most inferior way I could attack an enemy? I'd be like, greatsword comes to mind. Alright. Anything else? Need all this shit. I'll assign that to something mid-range when we get one. The rest of this looks okay. Probably don't need that arming sword. We might want to level somebody. Got another one. I think we are okay to go down 1 arming sword too. Alright, cleaning out inventory. Didn't actually come out all that much. We're at 22k right now. We've only picked up one brother. I want to sell one of these. They sell for because they're identically shit. They sell for the same amount of money. All right, chat. Which of these is more shit? Let's, as a community right now, let's vote on how shit they are and which one is the most shit. I don't want to actually do it as a vote. This has been useless. We're not using that anymore. What are we doing with these? So they're both 60 to 80. The durability doesn't matter. They have the same amount of ignore armor. This one has slightly better damage against armor, 10%, but this one uses 2 less fatigue per round, per attack. So potentially 4 fatigue a round. This one's gotta be better, right? The Firebringer's Ripper as opposed to the Asshole's Ripper. This is more shit. It looks better, which is nice. It looks sharper. Damage versus armor is okay. It's not terrible, but it does look. I mean, it also weighs less. So I mean, I guess though it's only the difference in weight is literally 1 round, right? It weighs 7 less. So 2 rounds, I guess, to make up for the weight. 4 AP per turn seems better to you. You mean 4 fatigue? Because they have the identical AP cost. Alright, we probably are carrying around a little bit too much mail still. I mean, when I fight a lot of fights in a row, though, we cycle through this shit nonstop. I don't know. I like having a lot of armor backups. It lets you take fights faster. It's really nice. Grab one more set of tools. Okay, I kind of wanted to wait for the arena. Do we have people? Yeah, because we're building up arena encounters on both Inside Man, who wants to get to 5, and our banner, who wants to get to 12. So it would be good to do another arena while we're here. Okay, so we've set up for spreadsheet time. Let's do spreadsheet time. I have some interest in this. Wow, are you available if I want to get you to quickly swap perks around for me? Send you a save file kind of shit. The ancient one is definitely better on a damage perspective, but I'm just looking at it. I don't know. The fatigue, they're both so bad. I don't want to use either of them, but yes. All right, let's redeem the spreadsheets and fire this up. All right. Anyone's gonna have a better fame cleaver than that. These cleavers suck. So what are we doing with this stuff? Click brother and click perks, really? I've never used it. Maybe I should do that then. And yeah, why don't you guys dig me up a link then and ping me in Discord with it? Or the actual link to the mod, and I'll try to check it out. Alright. So, the stuff that we liked about the bear. It's a really interesting is also inaccurate. It's a different tank build, which I like. I want to maximize that. The flail as always, I'm not even gonna write this down because this just goes without saying. Flail is excellent versus raiders. Falls off fucking hard versus everything else. It's been very good early game. Like, it's an early game flail. I guess the way to call that is flail is an early game spec. So we're trying to make his spec translate into the late game without removing the fact that we used it as an early game spec. So I'm not going to remove flail spec. If we were to take a Potion of Oblivion, I might remove flail spec at this point and just respec him entirely. But I want to act like we just had a better build going into it, and that part of the build was flail spec. He carried us through so many sweet fights with those flails. They've been good. They've been really good. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, Duck, with the triple Viper. Yep. Flail spec for disposable early game? Yeah, that's generally tends to be where I build them. But I mean, the bear is running into a couple issues in our game. He's not rolled particularly well on attack rolls, so his accuracy isn't great. And flails do have the added accuracy component of ignoring shields. which are good versus all humanoids and okay versus undead in the sense that they ignore that. I'd really love to see what a famed three-pronged flail does here for damage, or possibly maybe even a famed two-hander. So we'll see what that happens at. So we want to pull some stuff out of this. The headhunter sucked. And fearsome is a meme. So that's kind of that for now. The lion, we've kind of fucked the lion up too, honestly. Lion, like, so unexciting right now. He ended up, didn't end up taking Killing Frenzy. This ended up being Pathfinder Brawny. You know the funny part is too? I think I would have been okay with him as a backliner with Nimble. I really think I want to keep my whip spec cleavers in the future. I think I want them, I think I would really like to see them be only Nimble, because your stam pool is so huge with Nimble and you don't have to take fucking Brawny. But you need stam on this build. You gotta be able to whip. I would just prefer, he would be a prime candidate for a respec potion, because his stats are excellent and they keep getting better. And they're gonna keep getting better because he's just hit max level, right? So they're gonna keep getting better. I mean, it's a strong build. It's a strong character, base character, but I don't think we're taking advantage of it very well. And I'm not sure what that would mean. This would be a respec candidate, right? Oops. Probably not touching that one. It's disappointing, but it is what it is, right? Yeah, the Gladiator's base stam is super bad. Sure. You don't get how two-hand flails are weak. They seem pretty good on paper. Yeah, their damage range is kind of bad for a single attack for a round. And with the high chance to hit head on them, so they lose. All right, Kijin. So here's how it works, right? The powerful part of flail is the forced head attack, which is lash, which is the secondary mode of attack, which takes additional stamina. Both the three-pronged flail and the tier 3 one-pronged flail do that. The tier 2 flail, the two-handed flail, when you switch to a two-handed flail, it doesn't have an option to only go head. It replaces the head option for an AoE, like a roundhouse AoE in the same style as of an axe. And because it has pretty good, I think it's plus 15% base to hit head with that fucking weapon, it does a lot of like, hits the head, hits the body, hits the head, hits the body. And it doesn't do enough damage to matter. Like, it doesn't have good armor pen, it doesn't like chunk armor or something, so like you can't use it versus the things you care about later. So it just tends to be kind of shit. So yeah, exactly. Eric summed it up. Bad damage range. This stun is not even something I even considered thinking about for that, and it just doesn't help versus the enemies you care about. It doesn't do shit versus orcs, for example. And if you're looking for humanoid killing, the one-hander is better at that. It's just better. At least in my opinion. So maybe we'll find a sweet famed two-handed flail, but I've never even found that. Yeah. Chain is kind of good versus Ancient Legionnaires. We just hit it though. I hate the damage range on Chain too, where it's 40 to 100 base damage range on the Orc flail, on the Orc Chain. And that's such a huge amount of variance, right? Sometimes you're like, wow, it's great because they high rolled it. And then like, sometimes you're like, I just need that guy to die and he won't die. I don't know. Yeah, and every enemy in the fucking game, I mean, this is, again, I have so many positive things to say about this game, but I do have some negative things to say about it. And one of them always feels like the defensive perks are, it's kind of ridiculous some of the stacking perks the enemies get. Like, it kind of sucks that every enemy has Steel Brow, and every enemy has Resilient, and every enemy is immune to stun. Because there might be something cool you could do with some of those builds if that wasn't the case. But yeah. Anyways. I mean, we can look at the. I mean, hold on a minute. We can take a quick look for Kijin. I don't want to get derailed down this too far because I think there was one in the shop, right? So let's compare this, right? So this is the damage of the three-headed flail, which I get twice. You're saying the range on that the other flail is 60 to 100. Take this number and do it twice, right? So this is 60 to 150. This has the stats on this are 30, 100. But really 55 100 because duelist, right? Although it does take one more perk. And I think oh, it wasn't in this. It was in the Citadel. I was going to compare it directly there. Sure. So it has less ignore, less damage, and has 30% stun chance. And yes, if you kill someone with the two-headed flail, you get another attack, but the same is true of the one-handed too, right? Although it's, you know, clearly a little bit different. And then you lose the versatility, you lose the ability to choose where it hits. Creator has a drawback of having to roll 3 times per attack. On average, that's going to smooth your variance. That's not a drawback, that's a benefit. Consistent damage is what I care about, right? Anyways, doesn't matter. Let's go back to, let's take a look at what we're doing for this. No, with my luck. No. Yes, I spend a lot of my time going for consistency. Yeah, I saw your question, your thought, Kalantar. I think that would be, overall, I think that would be a very pleasant thing to add as a mod. This should maybe be, I don't know if we have a mod suggestion somewhere if Wyo's around, or maybe we can remind him later. But I think having Potion of Oblivion be something sold or crafted, but not crafted in a way that you have to kill 25 enemies to respec a character would be kind of fun. Hey, Weighty Pants Balls. I see your question about this. The reason why I haven't done that is that tends to be kind of like a final step for me on the spreadsheet, which is I'm kind of like, all right, I am happy and content with these builds and ready to move on. Let me just polish it up. This is still this season, this patch is still kind of a work in progress, and it would probably be less of a work in progress if I wasn't in real life getting bounced around between so many places. Like today, I almost recorded videos today. If I were at home today instead of in the office, I probably would be recording guide videos today. Because for me, the place I get to mentally for that is, okay, I'm not streaming today. I can do a little bit of like, I can take a break for lunch. I can, you know, spend the morning outlining what I want to say, then spend a little bit of the afternoon like recording it, and then interfacing with my editor to talk about how I want it to look visually when it comes out. And then he can send me a copy and blah, 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 blah. And like, I'll probably, you know, he's in a different time zone than I am. So I'll probably end up watching that sometime in the evening, and I'll give him feedback, blah, blah, blah. But I can't do any of that. I'm stuck. Right now, I only have internet access, essentially, especially access for like gameplay footage and editing stuff. I only have that at work right now. So it's kind of a pain in the ass. So yeah, man, I would like to update my resources for you guys in this, for this DLC soon. Whenever I get life to return to fucking normal. It's been a month now with without internet at my home, which is crazy. Anyways, we made the Oblivion Potion mod for the Cultist run. Yeah, we might want to, I don't remember what it cost us while, but I like the idea of it being expensive. But right now it's extreme, and it only comes into play once you've killed the Kraken, which is like the last thing you ever do. So then you're respecking, like, who fucking cares, right? Oh yeah, you could have like a minor Potion of Oblivion, which refunds a single perk points. That's kind of interesting too. Yeah, thanks, man. I will try to get that sorted out for you guys at some point. Weighty Pants Bulge. Solid Archers out bullseye lately. We're going through the builds. All right, where's my spreadsheet? You guys see it, but I don't see it. There it is. Okay, so I'm unexcited with this. The issue was all right. Take a look at a Viper. We did end up taking Student Colossus Gifted, Dagger Spec, Underdog. So it's a while since. My interface. This is the backdrop. Yeah, that's the fill color. Can I sample a color? Probably added to my quick bars, right? Okay. So if I had to highlight through here the things that I'm not 100% about. There's quite a lot. I don't know if I need Duelist on this, for example. So both of those are arguably something we don't need. He's got a ton of stam. I would like to see something like Underdog, Brawny, Pathfinder. These are all reasonable. Not so much Brawny since we went nimble with him, but with like that resilient, right? I'm seriously considering a resilient and steel brow. Iron brow? Steel brow? I never remember. Metal head. That's what we'll call it. Metal head. Okay. Alright. And there's some other ones we were considering. Considering dodge over here. Alright, if I had to... This was questionable, mostly because we don't know what to do with it. Like, it's not bad to have that. I just don't know why, at the moment, it doesn't fit the build at all. This ended up being nimble, which I think I would... I think now, having played with the bear, I think I'm always going nimble on him. I think you have to take... do you have to take HP damage to trigger Glorious, whatever the fuck it is? I'm not sure. All I know is that I like having a huge HP pool on him with a ability that makes him much more resilient. Although he did fucking die last fight, which sucked. Berserk and Killing Frenzy... I mean, maybe. They've been fine. Any damage source? Does that include damage that doesn't penetrate your armor? Yeah, RDG. Got that thought too. Huh. Again, I'm trying to think of this not post-fact having beaten the early game of Gladiator and moving into the mid-game. I'm not trying to like make the... Like now, if I could do this as a mid-game character, I would do this differently entirely. But I'm thinking about the early game character. It was really useful to have him with nimble protection and then also having gear that worked with that. I don't think so. Why doesn't he get underdog? He didn't have the spot before, but he might need it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I know about the lore master stuff, RDG. I'm probably gonna do that at some point. Like, I'm thinking recover, for example, really comes into this. Okay. So how do I felt about the mace and dagger shit? It was really, really, really good. It doesn't seem to scale super well without some fame shit. So it'd be really nice to get a tier 2 mace. I don't think I need mace spec for this. I don't miss trying to stun things. Like, having that mace early for stunning is good, and every time I roll a fucking 75 and don't stun something, I'm super annoyed. But I don't think I need mace, right? Like, that's fine. I don't need mace spec. I'm really, really, really considering dropping a sunken library perk point into Viper for recover, just because the fights that go long isn't quite enough. So Pathfinder's a little questionable. I've always been against this perk, but I've been using it recently, thinking of it more of a stamina perk instead of a AP perk, and it's been a little bit more interesting to me when I kind of conceptualize it as a stamina perk. What else? So if I look through this was all fine. It's just the problem really was we were missing. Like, taking Brawny and losing Killing Frenzy was pretty painful, for example. Yeah, but what is that? It's almost like, if I look at it, Eric, like, okay, so what are the stam perk points, right? There's Gifted, which is 4 stam once. There's Pathfinder, which is stam based on your movement. It's hard to get a sense of what that is, and the value of that goes up on the shittier the terrain. But it has both some AP stuff some of the time and stamina stuff some of the time, and it adds up to quite a chunk. It probably adds up to more than... If I think about it, is it more than 3 a turn? If I take a single step, it's generally more than 3 a turn on anything except Grassland. So, yes. Like, I could take Mace Spec for that. And having the ability to 2-turn stun something is kind of nice. But, well, every opponent resilient kind of deal. But I think I get more stam out of Pathfinder, right? This is what I was talking about. Like, normally, in every other build I would have done prior to this expansion, I would have run Recover over Pathfinder. Because Recover is a better stam perk, but it's also very fucking slow. It takes you a whole turn to get your stuff back, and it's not always good enough, right? So, I don't know about that yet. Quick hands is absolutely necessary on them. I mean, I guess I can go through what isn't necessary on that. That's another way to look at this. The archers too. I'm a little worried about the archers right now. They just haven't been very... For the gladiators, this has just not been super great. Like, a part of me wants to take this and trim it. Like, maybe we could try this Not fearsome, probably, but maybe we could try some sort of fucking AoE dude for goblins. Because right now, what are the fights that are screwing us? Goblins and orcs, pretty much. Everything else seems relatively approachable. Maybe late game nomads are going to be a bit of a bitch. Yeah, right? Like, recover's felt pretty bad in my runs lately. Yeah, mine too, and I don't know why. It's never felt bad before, but it's feeling that way a little bit now. I don't know if they've turned the fights... You know, they nerfed Battleforged a little bit. Nimble now kind of feels like, especially late game, like the cleavers just butcher Nimble Brothers, which is really, really painful. Only like brothers recover for brother. Yeah, I don't know. So... Yeah, we do want to set up dazes for that character when we can. Having more frontline mace people would be good. We're pretty early. I mean, we're only like day 60 on this, so. You don't run Recover nor Pathfinder on your frontline? Kind of ballsy. So I could have, I mean, I think the early game mace specking Lion would be great. But I was trying to be a little bit more impactful for that. Like early game stuns are fine, but you know what's better in early game stun? Disarm. Disarm is always better than early game stun to begin with, because it lets you, it takes the amount of enemies you can fight and massively ups that, right? Whips are super fucking good versus Geists, and they're super good versus Berserkers, both of which are kind of issues when you're transitioning from the very early game to the mid game a little bit. You're kind of having to deal with that shit. You're having to deal with Geist when you don't have quite enough good enough banner to not be worried about it. You have to deal with Berserkers because you're taking these small orc camps that are high reward but a little bit of risk when you're dealing with Berserkers. And if you don't have a way to disarm Berserkers, it's really, really bad. So my thought was when I outlined these three brothers going into it, my thought was basically, all right, they're only gladiators. They have some unique abilities, and the unique abilities are okay. Lion's ability is kind of whatever. Bear's ability, I've had trouble finding it be useful, so I'm kind of whatever. And that brother doesn't scale super well anyway since he doesn't have any stars. And Viper's going to be kind of the damage-dealing star of the team. What things could I do? Both Bear and Lion get fairly good stam, and Lion has really high accuracy. So my thought was, shit, that sounds like a Cleaver Whip build. We're guaranteed to get a famed cleaver when we find the Ijarok, which we did. And we're going to get whips fairly early, and whips allow us to access a lot of content we wouldn't be able to access otherwise. So that seems like, and I'm like, and when you're doing that, the difference between a run ending and a run succeeding is often whether or not that disarm hits that fucking Berserker axe. And I wanted accuracy for that. So my thought was Lion for disarm seems pretty sane. And whereas you can run a mace without specking mace spec, you can't really run a whip without specking cleaver. Because A, cleavers in general are just really fucking high stam to use, but B, the whips are insanely high stam, right? Yeah, you're not wrong, Breeze. So my thought kind of was like, all right, Lion's there. And then I'm like, well, someone in chat was like, you're not, someone in the chat was like, I don't understand why you're choosing Nimble versus Brawny. And I'm like, you're right. I probably should be thinking about Lion a little bit more as like, he's got enough stam. He can probably run Battleforged. When we get out here, his stam pool isn't actually all that fucking good. So it's kind of annoying because I've got like a 97 accuracy guy who sits in the back and every turn just whips somebody once. And I'm like, fuck, that's a waste of a brother. So I don't know. I haven't been super excited about this. I don't know how I would do it differently, but I would probably do this differently if I could. What's his stam? Look. Is it naked time for the three brothers here? Sure. All right. Where is Lion, Bear, Viper? Right here. All right. So 12, 12, 13 right now. But Lion ended up 99. This is 99 accuracy, I believe, after missing finger. So 99, 46. And the things I want to utilize and 127 only stam. Which is crazy because it's 2-star stam. As I said, like my take home from this was if we fire up that spreadsheet and then let's take a look at Bear. Bear ends up with 126. Actually very similar. It's interesting. I didn't realize that. Bear has, by the way, like infinite stamina because he's nimble. And the Lion feels pretty capped on stamina a lot. You run the dagger mace build on the Lion. That's interesting. What did I end up stam-wise? 117 on rice. How is 126 fatigue not good enough? It's just not very good right now in Battleforge. Battleforge has a, because again, like I don't want to do spreadsheeting forever this morning, but I am happy to spend a little bit more time on this, right? So the thing about Battleforge is since I'm taking, so it used to be this, Nimble pairs with Colossus. If you're gonna HP tank, you want HP. Makes total sense, right? Battleforge armor fucks your stam. It used to be you tried to pair Battleforge with Brawny. So, and you want a shit ton of stam there because like we looked at it. Battleforge, Brawny gives you about 15 stam back, 13 to 15 stam, I think we looked at, right? And then Battleforge itself is just a ton of stam requirement. So if you're doing something that's stam intensive, like whipping, you want a big pool of stam to work with. And if you're using recover to fuel your stamina, you really want a big pool of stam to work with, because what you're trying to do is not spend every turn recovering. You want to spend every 5th turn or every 7th turn or something recovering, right? So right now our Lion feels understammed for what I'm trying to do with him for his abilities. 127 Battleforge for use Screams, 200 Mace or 200 Axe. But again, don't look at it through the lens of what would I do with him if I could take a fully formed brother right now. Think of it as in the beginning of the Gladiator run, your 3 Gladiators are extraordinarily expensive and they better fucking carry your early run. So that's kind of where we were. I think 120 fatigue for a Battleforge duelist